Tonight, we are keeping a close eye on dueling demonstrations in different parts of Portland. City leaders have spent days warning about possible violence happening. There have been some moments of tension today and a few clashes as well. Now, the first protest started just a few hours ago at Tom McCall Waterfront Park. It's being referred to as a Citizens Against Fascism rally. It's drawn dozens of people to the waterfront. And an opposing rally is going on right now in Northeast Portland. That's where we find Fox 12's CAMILA ORTI. CAMILA, bring us up to date on what's going on out there.
Yeah, so Wayne, we know this Summer of Love rally started at 2 o'clock. It was billed as a right-wing rally. Well, things started to get a little bit interesting here about an hour ago. I'm going to step aside so you can see some groups of people wearing all black tactical gear helmets started showing up again about an hour ago, mixing with the rally goers who were already here. And that's when we started seeing fireworks, paintballs, smoke bombs going off. What you're looking at right now, right here, is a tipped over van. So we saw a group of counter protesters drive this van in here. And at some point in time, the rally goers tipped this van over. Now, it's unclear if anyone was inside the van at the time. But yeah, a lot of tension, a lot of back and forth here. Again, if we can roll some video that we shot earlier, we saw fireworks going off. Again, paintballs, pepper spray. So these groups were mingling. Now I'm seeing that some people are ducking. They're firing paintballs right now. Some people were kind of ducking out of the way here. So there's definitely some mixing going on, some clashing. The groups will kind of fight. There will be an altercation and then they will retreat. We've saw that pattern happening a couple of times. We've also seen people beating on cars. There were a couple cars that were getting hit, tires that were getting slashed. So needless to say, not a great situation here. And again, this is 122nd and Skidmore in Northeast Portland. So some of this activity has spilled out into the street. You know, there's businesses here. There's a gas station, a 7-Eleven over here. So if you're in this area, be really careful because I've seen some cars have to swerve to avoid some of this activity. I would just avoid this area right now if you can. Again, kind of a push and retreat. So right now we're in sort of a lull. We can't really see what's going on live right now in this parking lot where the Summer of Love rally was going on earlier today. But it's possible, again, rally goers and counter protesters are mingling. And again, paintballs going off. So we're just keeping an eye on this here. You can see, I don't know if you can see this man walking with the sign. You can see there's paint on that sign. So we've just seen things flying. I'm also, if we're live here, I can show you, picked up some paintballs here. So these things have been flying around for the better part of the last hour. So we'll continue to keep an eye on things here and keep you posted. We have seen one Oregon State Police cruiser drive around. So we know police know this is happening. They're keeping an eye on things, but we haven't seen any officers in uniform getting involved, anything like that. Yeah, we can hear, I don't know if you can see anything. But
hey, CAMILA, if I can interject here, yeah, there's looks like a paintball. If I can interject, can you put this into perspective for us? I mean, how does this compare with, you know, kind of past rallies we've seen, past protests, you know, where we've seen some major fighting between the kind of the two lines and then this, you know, last year's huge protests?
Yeah, sure, Wayne. I mean, this is nothing new to the city of Portland. The last year, we've seen massive events and clashes where hundreds of people were involved. This is definitely much smaller scale. It's happening during the day. Initially, we saw maybe a group of 50 counter protesters walking up again to this rally that was going on where maybe 100 to 150 people were there. So it's a smaller scale. But again, there's still fireworks going off. I mean, this is the middle of the day. You know, if someone's walking by or driving by and gets a spray or a stray paintball, you know, that's not a good situation. But definitely not as intense as what we've seen in the past. That's for sure, Wayne.
Okay, thanks for putting that into perspective for us. I know you'll keep an eye on this throughout the evening. Thank you.